Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Ken, and today I've got a fantastic little recipe for those traditional Greek meatballs called Keftedakia. Keftedakia are typically served throughout Greece, just about any time of the year, any day of the week. It's an easy recipe, a few ingredients, and nothing to this at all. And with the help of our food processor and just basically a frying pan, we're gonna make it happen in just a few minutes. So to get us started with this, all you're gonna really need is about a pound of lean ground beef, and from there, just the seasonings, and that's it. So to get us started, we're gonna use a big mixing bowl and get our lean ground beef in here, just like that. Get that out of the way and done. Nothing to this at all. And now, with the help of our food processor, what I'm going to do is very simply, actually move this out of the way, I'm just gonna quarter up one onion, and that's all you need. And the trick to this is to get the onion as fine as you can. If you can do this by hand with a knife, you're obviously better than me. You can use a box grater to grate it up. That's totally cool, and that will work as well. But the key is to turn this almost into a puree. We're gonna take a couple of cloves of garlic, are just gonna go in there. The kicker here is 2 tablespoons of dried mint. That is what gives you that traditional Greek meatball flavor. 1 tablespoon of Greek dried oregano. A little bit of salt and pepper will go in here to taste, always to taste. Basically, I don't go heavy on the meatballs. A little bit of pepper will go in here as well. I choose to put my pepper in at this stage of the game only because it'll blend it up all nice and it'll all become happy, and it makes it easier for the mixing process. So, a little bit of pepper goes in there as well. And at this point, we're ready to just basically just whiz it up. So now we're just gonna take our onion and herb mixture and just pour it or place it onto our ground beef, just like that. Nothing to this at all. We're gonna take 1 egg and we're gonna use this as a binder. So now that we have our element heating up our frying pan, I'm just gonna take these and this, oh my God, I have to interrupt myself. Like, this is actually smelling fantastic. Once you make this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so now we have basically our meat mixture for our meatballs ready to go and done. Our pan is preheated. This is where you have options. For me here, I'm going fairly generous on the olive oil, and I'm using about 2 cups, give or take. Probably more give than take. And what you're gonna do is, another trick is when you're gonna do meatballs, very simply, wet your hands. And what you wanna do is get your balls about an inch or so in diameter. They don't have to be perfect. And you just drop them in, nice and easy. I'm not a fan of these tiny little balls. I like my meatballs to have a little substance. You know, you want to maybe do like 1 big bite or 1 kind of 2 smaller bites. That'll work as well. Your meatball will look like this. That's fantastic. And put these in. The key as well here, I will tell you, not that I'm biased, well actually I am, what the hell, why lie? I'm using olive oil. You can use basically whatever oil you have. You can use even vegetable oil, I guess. But if you've got olive oil, use olive oil, or even blend it yourself where you put, let's say for example, half a cup of olive oil and a cup of vegetable oil. That will work too. You'll get the essence of basically what the flavor we're going for. Also, another trick that will kind of help you along is Make sure that your oil that you're frying in is heated really well, or you're gonna have your meatballs turning all heavy on you because they'll absorb the oil if it's not quite hot enough, and nobody likes that. Let's see how they're going. Oh yeah, see that? That's looking really, really good, just like that. I'm using my fingers, but you can use tongs, which I will get to as well, and just make sure they don't catch on you. All right, nothing says happiness like a pan full of frying Greek meatballs. It is something, oh, the smell in here is fantastic. All right, let those go for a few minutes, turning them occasionally, make sure they don't catch on you, and that's all there is to it. The olive oil goes in, your heat is gonna be at a medium high. You don't wanna basically incinerate the shit out of these things. It's basically just give them nice and warm and that kind of like an even heat, because it's not like steak. You don't wanna kind of sear the outside and all of a sudden the inside's kind of raw or rare. You wanna cook your balls through and through. Alrighty then, so now my meatballs are just about done. I'm just gonna start making some space here because we're gonna set this up as a family style dinner. So what I'm going to do is very simply put everything on a platter and let everybody kind of pick and choose for themselves what they like and how they want it. With these meatballs, you can serve them on their own as an appetizer. You can serve them as part of a side dish or part of a buffet. They work absolutely fantastic. Now, for my purposes here tonight, it's just a regular old evening. I'm having a couple of friends over. Now, this will feed easily 6 normal people or about 3 Greeks. So basically for this, what I've done is I've pre-made a little rice with a little veggies, and I'll actually be bringing out a video for this because when it comes to rice, I can help you knock it right out of the park, and everybody for the most part really likes rice. So what I'm gonna do is very simply just put this around family style, make a little kind of bed for this, if you will, and you can use any kind of rice. I'm just using my own seasoned rice, and I'm just gonna lay it out kind of just like that. And you see where I'm going with this now, right? Take this, I'm just gonna move this here. All right, so now basically that this part is done and ready to go. Let me turn that off. The next part is just to place everything over this. Our meatballs are done, they're looking fantastic. Use something that's slotted so you're not taking all the oil and throwing it all over the place and drowning it in oil. And just place your balls, your meatballs, on top of your rice. Very easy, and everybody can now go and plate up for themselves how many meatballs they want, how much rice they want. It totally works fantastic. And I will tell you, going back to some other videos of mine where, you know, what do you garnish this with? You can throw a little tzatziki on it if you want to kind of really impress, like a dollop of white. Typically, like I was saying before in other videos, Greeks don't basically garnish squat. If it's on your plate and it's green, they eat it or they dip it into it. So I'm just gonna finish pouring my balls or placing my balls over here just like that. And that looks fantastic there, just like that. And that, my friends, is a classic Greek dish. And you can serve this with French fries, you can serve this with veggies, whatever you like. In my case now, I've made it with rice, and that will work totally fine as well. So that's it. That's my recipe for traditional Greek Keftedakia or Greek meatballs. You can make this anytime for yourself. It's super easy. Use this as an appetizer. Throw a little tzatziki on the side, which I'll include the recipe as well in the description below. And you can make an absolutely fantastic kind of little spread. So I thank you very much for your time in watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit the like button if you did. I always love getting new subscribers, and hit the subscribe button as well. And until next time, turn your meals from ordinary to opa with a few easy steps. I'm Ken. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.